fam? It's Coach Rye from Team Flex. Today we're going to dive into our top 3 of the NPC Natural Pennsylvania. This is a natural competition at the NPC level, and we're going to look here at our top 3 from a Masters 35 plus class, and we're going to go ahead and look at this. It also contains the overall bikini winner from this event. So really good insight for all of you natural competitors out there, and also any of you in the 35 plus category. It's going to be a great video that's going to really highlight what you need to be bringing. We're going to talk a bit about the judging criteria, why the judging may have landed the way they did, and just our top 3 competitors of this class overall, and just highlight some things. And that's exactly what I do on this channel all the time, is hopefully give you the tools, the tips, and the things you want to know to be better on stage. That's what I do. That's why I make these videos, all right? And this is relevant for you at all levels of NPC bikini, all right? So let's get in here and take a look. So this is our class from, again, the Natural Pennsylvania. This is an NPC natural event. There are NPC natural events. These are tested events, and if you're a natural competitor, you can compete anywhere in NPC. On Team Flex, we coach naturally, and we got competitors in all things, not just natural events. You know, they're doing all levels of NPC and even into IFBB. But the point is, if you want to go to a strictly a natural event where everybody's tested and it's, going to be natural, that's the way to go. And there's many of them now. They're adding more to the schedule for next season as well. So keep an eye out for those if you are looking. Now let's dive in. So here's our class winner, Claire here, and she's also the overall bikini champion. Over here we have Stacy. She's taking 2nd in this class. And over here we have Katie taking 3rd in this class. So our top 3 from this class, it also contains the overall bikini winner. Really great way for us to look at the criteria here and how this judging went. So bikini, as we know, and if you watch this channel, it's always all about the hourglass shape. We want to be able to see this kind of look from the tapering of the shoulders into the waist, and then the development that comes back out in the lower body. So you'll see all 3 of these women here in this lineup do have this good hourglass shape. Bikini is a division where you do have to really train pretty hard to get this hourglass shape. It started a long time ago as literally bikini because you could have had, kind of a beach bikini type body and competed. And if you go look back at old Olympia and everything like that, like 2010 bikini, it looked very different to today. Today, you have to really be training hard, to bring up the shoulders and get this roundness, get this development to create the shape of the hourglass. And the shoulders really do become your, upper piece of that hourglass shape. And we'll see all 3 of these ladies have that good shoulder development here where it's not too overdone. It's not too underdone. You can tell there's muscle there. You can tell there's development there. And it's got a nice full rounding effect, right? And in the front pose, this is what judges are looking for. They want to see, okay, can you get a little bit of that front deltoid and a little bit of that lateral delt that brings that shape through, because that's going to indicate to them, okay, good. Here's that width. Here's that muscle development bikini division. Still focused on muscle here and bringing that shape, okay? So all 3 of these athletes here showcasing that very nicely. And it really does for all of them start the upper base of their hourglass shape. Now, where we want to see that go next, right, is obviously hourglasses. They're more narrow in the middle, so that's where we should see here all of the midsections kind of come in. And we're going to see variances of degrees to that in every competition, every division, right? Some athletes are just built different structurally. Maybe they don't have as dramatic of a taper. And also posing is a very, very big piece, right? If you don't have your posing 100% dialed, or maybe you need to change your posing, there's a lot of ways to do that can make your waist a lot smaller looking on stage, okay? So every single one of the athletes, though, still does have a good taper, still brings it in nicely. And again, we'll see variance here, but nobody's out of shape here, out of condition to the point where they're not going to get still that hourglass shape. It's all there. Everybody's got it to a good degree, and that's something you want to focus on as a bikini competitor. You want to make sure that you have good width up top in the shoulders, really creating that development there, and then tapering it down into the waist. And again, sometimes it can be just posing tweaks that can improve that, okay? Now, when we look at this too, we don't always talk a lot about the arms and the upper body, but it isn't necessarily a specific focus for judges. Like, they're not looking at your bicep and tricep and being like, oh, is it there? But it is something, again, that's a good indicator that you want to make sure you don't have overdone arms, biceps, triceps, anywhere, right? You want to really let your shoulders take the show from this pose. And the same goes with the lats. You know, the lat can be beneficial to help sweep into the waist. However, if you overdo it, it can hurt you, right? Honestly, it's probably better to be a little bit underdone in the lat than it is to be overdone. So just keep in mind, everything bikini is symmetry up, down, left, and right. You want to really make sure that you're going to have that symmetry showcased across every single pose. So if you have any muscle groups that are overdone or underdone, they're going to show up. They're going to be blatantly, you know, obvious to judges that, hey, this is actually not how it should be looking, right? Which again could score you down. So now looking at Claire here, we're getting to the lower body. She's definitely got really good lower body development. And in our hourglasses, we're talking, we should see this start to come back out. So seeing more development in the lower body, bringing that together, that still ties really well with the upper body. So one area judges are going to always look, upper glute. And this is one that is often, you know, if you watch my channel, I talk about the upper glute all the time because it's something that comes back in feedback a lot because athletes are just not training it, you know, either correctly or not getting good activation out of it or not bringing it through, right? And so that is what you'll get a lot of times, a lot of feedback about that upper glute. So that's something you want to focus on a lot. Claire's got, you know, very good development here. Overall good glute fullness to the degree we should see. And then looking into the lower body, you want to see, again, your quads and your hamstrings be symmetrical. You want them to match. So she looks a tad quad dominant here in this shot. It could just be this angle, could just be this pose, could be where the camera was, right? Or maybe just a tad quad dominant, but still class winner and overall winner. Great job. Just things you want to focus on is maximizing the symmetry, right? If you're out there watching the channel and you're like, okay, what do I do with my lower body? Training glutes, training quads, training hamstrings. Yeah, you want to train everything, but you need to know where your strongest points are of your physique, which is generally the ones that are overdone, right? Like everybody's got those muscles that just grow. And you want to know the weakest points as well, the ones that are a little bit behind, the ones you need to train a bit harder or figure out how to catch up. And make sure you balance those in bikini because it's all about that symmetry, that shape, and that proportion. Looking at over here at, you know, Stacy now, what we see is great shape to the glute, great overall glute. Just a little bit less development, lower body here. I think this is where, again, maybe Claire kind of edges it just out a tad there, is in the lower body development, which, again, you know, could help Stacy place a little bit higher, probably could have, again, we could be down to points. So you guys, it's very good examples of criteria either way. Just my notes here, what I would suggest from my perspective and my own opinion. Looking over here now at Katie, what we see with Katie is good muscle development, lower body, a little bit of the flattening effect in the upper glute. So this is one of those areas, like I said, the judges are looking for. If you got, you know, might need to hit it a little bit harder, but she's also got a little bit of a harder conditioning overall. So her being a little bit leaner gives her a little bit more lines in the quads, a little bit more of that string, you know, type effect, which can be, you know, advantageous in some lineups and sometimes not. So it may have not, she may have been a tad too hard in this lineup to bring that in. And that, you know, is a factor as well. Let's look from the back though, because usually this is where we see the full story and it does come to play right here as well. So we can see here that Claire's got that great shoulder shape, good, really good delt development. You can see the rear delt. I mean, she's got much more development in this back pose than the other athletes in this call out here, and that's obviously going to give her an advantage. Good taper in here, and the lower body, everything comes together. Upper glute is developed, overall glute, not showing a lot of the tie-in, you know, but that's, again, not necessarily something that's required. Judges want to see a slight separation, slight, you know, cut there, but again, you're not going to see that at every level and every athlete and every competition. It's just not realistic, and it's obviously the main focus of every bikini competitor, right? Like, they're always worried about their tie-ins, They take a long time to develop. She does have good tie-in shape here, but, you know, when we review pros or anything like that, you'd see a much more dramatic tie-in, and that's going to be because of a lot of years of training, a lot of development, and a lot of bringing in condition. So keep that in mind, all of you out there watching. If you're chasing tie-ins all the time, you know, it is something that takes a long time to really build, you know, and bring through in a hard way. So that's something to remember. Really good physique, though, overall for Claire. That's perfect. You know, she wins the class, she takes overall. So really good symmetry, really nails it there. Conditioning is very even upper to lower body. Very important to have that. And that's, again, how she probably packages up the overall win. And looking over here at Stacy now, a little bit less shoulder development here. I think that makes a big difference here in this lineup. And then looking lower body, you can see there's a little bit of, like I was saying, maybe just needs some more glutes. More glute development here, good tie-in, everything's good here. Overall, everything's where it should be. Just might need to add some more size, especially to compete up against Claire there, who has more lower body size and better balance between the muscle groups. Looking over here now at Katie. So Katie is very, very lean, as we talked about, right? So she's got a lot of tie-in, a lot of hamstrings even showing through. We can see adductors, we can see quads, we can see pretty much every muscle in her upper back. So probably just a little bit over conditioned for the lineup. Good muscularity, good shape, good size, all that is good, good balance. For a little bit of posing tweak here, could just be the shot, but maybe some posing tweaks to accentuate that, and honestly softening up a bit probably would have helped her in this lineup. And that is something you also want to keep in mind, right? Everybody's always worried about their shreds in bikini. Everybody's worried about their shreds on prep. Judges are not looking for the most shredded physique in bikini division. It's just not the way it is. If you want to go be a men's open bodybuilder, then you can be the most shredded on stage and probably win. But if you are here, you want to focus on really bringing the condition of the criteria, which is soft striations, not even striations, soft cuts in muscles, no striations, no deep cuts, nothing like that. Just slight separations where judges can see, oh, there's the delt, there's the bicep, there's the quads, there's the hamstring lines here, but not deep cuts, not deep striations. And she's not really even in that realm, but you can definitely tell she's much leaner, a little bit stringier in that muscularity, which again doesn't really favor as well in bikini. And also you can tell here from the lineup, she's getting third in this class. So again, it's just one of those things that you would want to focus on, pay attention to as a bikini competitor. It's not all about the shreds. It's about bringing your best condition, your best look, your best symmetry, shape, proportion. And that's a great class here. So awesome class from the NPC Natural Pennsylvania. And hopefully this gave you all some insight into what you can be doing to improve your placings on bikini stage or go there better and continue to improve your physique, okay? Let me know what competitions you guys want me to review. I'm just pulling random ones at this point, just kind of like, oh, here's another one. Let's hit it. If you have any specific ones that you want me to review your class, your competition, I'd be happy to do it. Drop it in the comments and bring it up and I'll get them on the list. I have a list right now I'm working through, so if you've already done that, I will get to your comment. I will get to your show. I'm just working through it as we go here, all right? Thank you for watching. Subscribe, hang out with me. Lots of more good info coming for you. Thanks for watching. Coach Rye is out.